Hello, best friends. So I was just cleaning my shelves, getting ready for the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do 3.0, and I could not help but notice that I had a lot of summer books, and I don't remember buying a lot of summer books, nor do I remember reading a lot of summer books last summer. But we're about to change things. Not only were there a lot of summer books, there were a ton of books that had the word summer in it. Could you guess from the little intro footage that that's what this was going to be about? So here's what I did. I pulled all of them. There are actually 15 books that have the word summer in the title. One of those is not really a summer book, and also I really shouldn't be reading it before I read all the books that come before it, but whatever. And then we also have a series, but I'm ballsy, so I put all 15 of these books onto a beautiful spinner wheel, and we're just gonna pick 3 books, and we're gonna have a little reading vlog. Now, the summer is young, so if this goes well, potentially, maybe, perhaps, perchance, I'll do a second one of these videos this summer because I do really need to work my way through these books, right? I can't just have them hanging out forever. And if we're being honest, I don't really have places to put them anymore. I don't know where I would put them. I've done a little rearranging on the shelf. I'm not sure where these would go. Ideally, I could just read the majority of them and then it'll be good times. So let me get the spinner wheel and let's find out which 3 books we're going to read in this video. By the way, as I get the spinner wheel ready, tell me, what is your favorite summer book to read? It doesn't have to be a romance, even though most of them end up being romances. I'm just curious. Not saying that I'm going to go buy another summer book, but if I were going to buy another summer book, I'm taking recommendations. Okay, I did a little bit of rearranging of the furniture because that filming angle was not working for me. It's fine, it's fine. So here is our spinner wheel, and we're just gonna go ahead and spin for book number 1. Maybe, if I can get this thing to cooperate. These Summer Storms. Okay. I'm actually super excited about this because I know for a fact that I just bought this one, and there's nothing more exciting than reading a book that you just bought. So this one is by Sarah MacLean, is a razor-sharp, wildly sexy novel about a wealthy New England family's long overdue reckoning and the one week that threatens to tear them apart. Okay, so that's a good first read. Let's pick up the other 2 books and then we'll read them and then we'll convene after. Let's spin for book number 2. Problematic summer romance. Ooh, okay. Of course, it's at the bottom of the stack. Okay, this one I was super excited for last year. Bought it, brought it home, put it on the shelf, and promptly forgot about it. Anyway, this is Miss Ali Hazelwood. So this one, what I know of this one is there's a destination wedding. There's an age gap romance. I think this is the book that I'm thinking of. Yeah, so the girl is 23 and she's still trying to figure her life out. He's 38 and Maya cannot stop thinking about him. It's such a cliche. It almost makes her heart implode. Successful biotech guy and struggling grad student. Brother's best friend. Oh, it's an age gap and it's a brother's best friend. Let me guess, there's only going to be one bed. I bet you anything. Anyway, that's book number 2. All right, let's spin for our 3rd book, and I'm going to keep this spinner wheel alive, and hopefully I'll have time to come back and read at least 3 more of these books before the summer is over. Otherwise, I guess it's just going to be our spinner wheel for next summer. Every Summer After. Which one is that? Oh, Carly Fortune, of course. Is this the first one or is One Golden Summer the first one? This is 2022 and One Golden Summer came out last year, right? Okay, so this is actually in the order that I think I'm supposed to be reading these in. I know they're not a series, but they're kind of sort of related. So anyway, Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, 6 summers to fall in love, 1 moment to fall apart, a weekend to get it right. Oh, that sounds exciting. They say you can never go home again. And for Persephone Fraser, ever since she made the biggest mistake of her life a decade ago, that has felt too true. Instead of spending glittering summers on the lakeshore of her childhood, she stays home in a stylish apartment in the city, keeping everyone a safe distance from her heart, until she receives a call that sends her racing back to Barry's Bay and into the orbit of Sam Florrick. Oh, I am so ready for this. I am so ready for some summer romance, some destination romance, and some family drama on the beach. I mean, look at that. What a freaking lineup, you guys. Let's go start reading these books, and I'll check in with you guys in just a bit. Oh, hey, howdy. So I am going to pick up Problematic Summer Romance. So I'm actually going to start reading this tonight once I get to my couch, but I already had the camera out because I was recording another video and I just wanted to kind of like do the intro. So I'm starting this book. I am going to start it physically. But truth be told, I am going to listen to a portion of it, maybe a good portion of it on audio, because I have it from Libby right now, currently. And this week I have about, I would say 7 hours of driving ahead of me before the week is over. And then next week I've got another like 5 to 6 hours of driving. So I just figured, why not help myself out? I do want to read some of this physically because I own it and I feel like I owe it to the book to do that. But your girl's in a time crunch right now. I am currently in the middle of a 60-day reading challenge and it's not going well and I don't feel good. So I'm just going to do the best that I can. And that's the story of that. So off to the races with Problematic Summer Romance. I will come back and let you guys know what I think of this. Okay, let's talk about Problematic Summer Romance. I am just about 50% of the way through the book. The words that I have to describe it at the moment are problematic. It is problematic. So there are a couple things that for me are just like, come again. First of all, and I think this has happened to me before, I think I do not enjoy extremely like childish characters. So I think it's that like early 20s, like 20, 21, 22. I just don't enjoy their personalities. I don't know what it is. So Maya, the female main character in here, girl, she's 20. Okay, she's 20 and he's 35. It's really giving Love is Blind because did you know that Mark is 25 and that what's her name is 35? Like the amount of times they mention this age gap in here, I'm just like, okay, it's like you want us to know that this is creepy. And I'm like, why would we want to intentionally read creepy books? You know what I mean? It's like certainly an age gap is normal. Like you're not always going to have a partner who's the same age as you. My husband's 3 years older than me. Like, is that acceptable? Is that not acceptable? I mean, we didn't know each other growing up. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I do think that 3 years is really not that serious, but them being 15 years apart, I'm like, is that okay? I don't really know. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I was listening to this on audio and the male narrator is not good. I am so sorry. He has an Irish accent, which is great, which is wonderful. You think that would be beautiful. The problem is he can't do an American accent. So he's voicing like 3 or 4 different guys throughout the book, and they all sound exactly the same. They're indistinguishable from each other. It makes it hard to know who is actually speaking when he comes into the scene. So that's a little bit like, I don't know if it's problematic, but it's just like, you know, read the book, don't listen to the audio is what I would say. Beyond that, his voice is very strange. Like it wasn't sexy to me at all. So I'm like, I'm supposed to be into this guy, you know, but I'm not, it's not turning me on. It's not doing it for me. So that's a little just about listening to the audiobook, but the book itself, I mean, the main problem is that Maya, the FMC, does not have any respect for personal boundaries, for consent. No means no. And that goes for you too, girl. I don't know, y'all. And the other thing for me is it's really just not giving summer to me. I guess it's supposed to be summertime, but like the book is not giving summer. It's not giving summer romance. And I'm just confused. I'm confused. So I'm going to finish it because despite all of those things, and I don't know what this says about me, but despite all of those things, I'm not having a bad time with the book. It's just kind of so. And I think I was expecting it to be a banger. You know what I mean? And it's not a banger. Currently, it's at like a 3-star, and I don't know that it's really going to get any higher than that. We'll see. I still got like 50% of the book left to go. So this is my first Ali Hazelwood, and I just want to ask a question. Is this how all Ali Hazelwood books are? Everybody in this book is either a genius or a rich millionaire or something. Nobody is just regular. Nobody in this book is regular. Everybody is like freaking CEO, started a tech company, whatever. And I'm like, there's no just regular people in this world. It's fine if that's how her books are, but I need to know. I need to know ahead of time.
Okay, I don't think I really gave a synopsis of this book. So in this book, we have the 20-year-old and the 35-year-old, and he is her brother's best friend. So he ends up answering the phone one time when she calls for his brother, and there's kind of a like miscommunication thing that happens with that. But through a series of events, they end up being really close friends, quote unquote. And essentially, she spends like years and years and years trying to get him to bang her. And he won't because he keeps saying, oh, I'm so old, my thing doesn't work. And like, oh my God, you guys, stop it. So anyway, all of this kind of like culminates with the bulk of the story being that both of them are going to this little island in Italy for her brother's wedding. And they have this kind of like back and forth about like, will he or won't he? And he doesn't want to. And there's an age gap and yada, yada, yada. Like it was just over and over and over again. And I was honestly like, I'm so bored with this. So ultimately, I ended up rating this 2.75 stars. And I basically was like, meh about the whole thing. Because did you know that Maya is 20 and Connor is 35? If you didn't, don't worry, because Connor's going to remind you on like every other page. I didn't really feel like the summary vibes from this at all. Like it never picked up throughout the book. And Maya and Connor are weird. And actually like all of them are super weird. I not only are they not regular, they're just weird. Like, I don't know why everyone in this book is strange. Connor super needs to go to therapy and probably Maya too. I don't know. I just didn't love it. That's about all that I got. I didn't love it. I was expecting that I was going to, and I just didn't.
Ooh, this is weird. It's kind of fancy, but this is my office. Welcome, welcome. I'm actually working today. I say that like I don't work every day. I'm at work, which I work from home, and I'm in my office. It is quite the dungeon, and I'm just now realizing that I probably needed like to open. But then if I open the curtain, there's like a lot of glare. Okay, that gives us a little bit of light. So I'm in my office and I'm taking a quick break because it's like lunchtime, but I don't necessarily eat lunch while I'm at work. I usually will eat a little bit later in the day at my desk, but I just was feeling like I had too much going on at work and I just needed a break. So I'm going to spend what is my lunch break reading the next book in this video, which is going to be These Summer Storms by Sarah MacLean. I'm really excited to get into this, not only because it has sprayed edges, but because I understand that there's going to be a fair amount of family drama in this one. And I love myself a good family drama. Let me just crack this book open and see how it goes. That was just for you guys. Also, despite how dark it looks on camera, there's actually a decent amount of light in this room and I can see to read the book just fine. Okay, so my lunch break is over. The chapters in this book fly fast. I didn't think they were going to, based on how small the text was, but it's going pretty quickly. So I like that. I'm into this book so far. We'll see. I'll check back in when I get a little bit further out. Like the drama is like just beginning, so we'll check back in. Okay, I am about a third of the way through this book. It has taken me a couple of days to get this far, even though the book is not that long. I just have been busy. I got bangs cut, and I'm just looking at it right now in the viewfinder, and I'm noticing that this side has like shrank up, like shorter than the other side. That's curly girl problems because I promise you these were even when they were cut, and they were curled too, but they were curled by the hairstylist and cut. So, she had precision and accuracy. This is what it looks like when I do it. And it's like, whew. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this book. I'm gonna work that out another time. Y'all just pretend you didn't see that. Here, let me push that side up a little bit. So I'm like a third of the way through this book and I really like it. Honestly, it's giving inheritance games, but for adults. It's like inheritance games because that's literally what's happening in here. We have a rich family and an estranged daughter who has come to the family's private island because the father, the patriarch, died, and she's there for his not funeral. And they're all just kind of like rich people crazy. Like they have rich people problems that are like, you and I might be like, is that a problem? And they're like, well, of course it's a problem. Like, it's not though. So they have all these rich people problems, and we have not discovered exactly why she's estranged or she was exiled from the family just yet, but it's coming. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a romance developing. There is some romance that is dissolving, and there's a ton of sibling rivalry going on. And more than sibling rivalry, it's more like the siblings just don't quite mesh together very well. And they all have their own like individual reason for that. Like I'm dad's biggest disappointment. I'm mom's favorite child. Like, and that comes with a burden. So there's all these things that are going on in the background. And the title of the book is kind of funny because y'all know I am not a back cover reader. Like I like to just kind of go into my books mostly blind. So at some point I will have read about the book or heard about the book and thought, oh, that sounds interesting, but I'm really good at forgetting what it's about. And so I don't like when it's time to read the book, I don't pick it up and read the back. I just start reading the book. So even though I had a vague idea that this was family drama, I didn't know how much family drama it was going to be. And I also had no idea, had no recollection of the fact that their last name is Storm. So These Summer Storms is actually quite a funny title for this. I don't think I had a point to that. I just wanted to tell you guys that because I thought that was funny. Anyway, I'm enjoying it so far, so good. I don't know if it's an inheritance drama wrapped around a swoony summer romance, it says. So far, the romance is extremely slow burning. I mean, I'm a third of the way through the book and we've had no romance, I would say. So, but you can feel it right under the surface, like developing, and it's about to come true. Every time the two are anywhere near each other together, I'm like, is it going to happen now? At one point, they were in like a room together and it was like, just lock the door and do it. Well, this is certainly a summer storm. And it's very appropriate. I am like just past the 2/3 mark. Well, okay, to be fair, I have like 100 pages left to go in this book. And if we're being honest, like the way that this book started, it started off really, really slow. I mean, there were like a couple of things that happened where I was like, ooh, but for the most part, it was just kind of slow going. And I wasn't really sure. I think that's a slightly better angle in this office. Okay. But I wasn't really sure. And so like, I don't know. And I kept reading because I was like, certainly this is going to get good. I mean, look how beautiful the book is. I don't know why I take what the cover looks like to mean that the book is going to be good, but I do. And so I was like, certainly this is going to get great. So I kept going, and right before, I would say in the last, because I'm like 100 pages to the end, I would say in the last like 50 pages, things finally got good. Now, this is rich people thing for the most part. And most of the book has been poor little rich girl. Like, oh my God, my daddy has so much money and it makes my life really hard. And I'm not saying that her struggles are not struggles, but like, girl, come on now. She's the one who rebuked the system and like walked away from the billions, but now she's here playing games with her family. Like, she's literally playing inheritance games with her family. And I'm like, baby girl, just leave. Like, you don't want them. This doesn't mean anything. Just leave. And I understand there's like complex layers there because it's like her family and it's her dad's money and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, they're having her dad's funeral, or I guess it's technically a celebration because everyone is refusing to actually call it a funeral. So they're having the like celebration thing on their family's private island in New England. And like, shit hits the fan. Everybody in her family is kind of like coming to like a head with their situation in the inheritance games all at one time. Her mom is acting like rich white lady, but like also she's in the greenhouse having an altercation with somebody, but like in the way that rich white ladies have altercations with people. So it's very much like a condescending conversation and a you're not going to tell me what to do kind of situation where they're like whisper screaming at each other. But our main girl is like overhearing all of this. And then she goes to confront her mom. So like everything is absolutely bananas right now on the island. And I have just gotten to the point of where that all kind of like simmers down. Here's my first thing. This is not really a romance. Like, it was billed as a romance. It's billed as a summer romance, but like it's a lust at most. There is not really any romance. And I think they keep trying to convince us whenever the characters are together that it is a romance, but they're not together enough. And there's not enough going on when they're together for it to actually be a romance. It is a lust, but it's not a romance. And I mean, that is what it is, but just don't call it a romance and expect me to be like, yeah, no, this is a great romance. It's not. And the other thing is, it's not really giving summer. I mean, it's called These Summer Storms. And I know Storm is because that's like their last name, but it's not really giving summertime. They've made a couple of mentions to it being hot and to the summer storms that kind of happen in New England. But like, other than, oh, there was lightning in the distance and we heard thunder and then it started raining and, oh, it was hot outside. There wasn't really much mention of summer. Nothing was really making me feel like, oh, we're suffering in the New England heat or whatever. So like, in terms of, is this a good summer romance book? So far, no. Like, there's not romance. It's barely summer. But is it a good book? Is it a good story? Yeah. Like, it's a good genfic. Anyway, whatever. That's just my thought so far. Maybe things will pick up. Like I said, I still have 100 pages left to go. That would be a very long time for us to wait for it to become a good summer romance. But what do I know? Okay. I'm not a writer. I'm just a reader.
I was recording myself, like finishing reading the book because I wanted to make sure I had enough footage for this video. I didn't actually need this footage, but this particular part was too good not to leave in.
Oh my, oh shit. Whoa, are you serious? Oh my God. What? Oh my God, this is comical. Oh my God, hold on. I have like 2 pages left to go. Let me finish reading really quick and then I'll come back to you guys. Oh. Okay, some final thoughts on These Summer Storms. I literally just finished this. I came outside to sit in my like screened in porch and it's very dark in here because the curtains are closed because it's hot. But I was like, I really need to get into the summer mode, and sitting inside in my AC was not going to cut it. But anyway, so some final thoughts. Okay, first of all, the end of this book is where it was at. Like, we finally got to a summery place. It was finally giving like summer weather and like everything was feeling summery. And the love story started feeling believable. Like, it was still a little bit weird because they didn't really have a love story. They just decided they were like now in love. They were together. They were in this forever. Like, they went through this harrowing experience of her dad dying and everything and the games that her father was playing. Like, when I tell you guys this was like inheritance games, but like it was like inheritance games, but like Succession, like it was the adult version of it. like, I'm not kidding. And so like they went through it, and her love interest is basically like her dad's fixer guy. And he was there to kind of like fix her family situation, but then they fall in love. So the romance was not like what I typically look for in a romance, which is something that is going to be believable, at least to a moderate degree, and that's going to be something of substance. And they didn't really have that per se, but I did start feeling the chemistry between them. So that part was good. I would also say that like there was one line in the book where I was like, really though, really, because it was a spicy scene. And she said something, it was like we were internally with her. And so she said something about how she was feeling humid for him. And I was like, I think that's actually worse than moist. Like, please listen to me. If you are writing a book, if you're writing a romance, if you're writing a sexy scene, please don't ever use the word humid. No, that does not work. That's not good. Have you ever just been like, oh, I'm so humid for him? What's it? Sarah McLean. That was a terrible word choice. Please don't ever do that again. But now that I've finished the book and we've gotten through all of that we need to get through, I do appreciate the title of this book, These Summer Storms. It does bring that title into play once you get towards the end of the book. I'm not going to give away a spoiler here, but I will just say that at the end, the inheritance situation, y'all saw when I was like, oh shit. Y'all saw. So you need to go read this book so you can get there, and then report to the comments and tell me your thoughts on this, because I really need to know how everybody is feeling about this book. If you've already read this, please let me know what your reaction was to the final inheritance scene, because I was like, that's not what I thought was going to happen. Let me just say that that's not what I thought was going to happen. I had an idea in my head of where I thought this was going based on everything that had happened, like based on Mom's conversation in the greenhouse, based on revelations that we got. I thought I knew where this was going, and this is not where it went. And I was like, oh, okay, you got me good right there. Yeah, that was interesting. So all in all, These Summer Storms, it was pretty decent. I did like some of the nods to like current day, although I will say in this story, in this world, there was a female president because they had a first gentleman there. There was also a nod to some princes from Europe somewhere who are not speaking to each other. I was like, oh, that's really funny. All in all, I would say that it ended up being pretty good, even though I was complaining about it starting off slow. I like how it ended, and I liked how the whole thing kind of came together. Ratings wise, I think I'm going to go with like a 3.5, but I will, if I change my mind, because sometimes it'll take me like a day or two to get my ratings together. If I change my mind, I will pop my final rating up on the screen right now. Otherwise, we're going to go with 3.5. Now, I have, I think, 6 days before this vlog is going up, and I need to read one more book. Speaking of summer storms, I just heard thunder. I didn't know we were getting more rain today. It rained all day yesterday. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought because of the thunder, but I think I'm gonna wrap up this part of the video, and I'm gonna go edit another video so that tomorrow I can start fresh with the last book for this vlog. Okay, guys, ignore the messy background back here. I've had a day, and it has culminated with me basically putting myself into a state of distress, and all I want to do is read my books, but also my head is killing me, so reading a book just feels like a struggle. I'd also love to just take some melatonin and go to bed. But anyway, it was just one of those days where everything piles on, and like a work person was being dumb, and I was like, why are you being dumb? And when I got home, and my neighbors love to park where they're blocking my driveway because they just think that this is totally fine. They do it all the time, and it was happening when I got home from work today, and I was like, okay. And then the mailman misdelivered my packages, which this also happens on a monthly, if not weekly basis. Packages just go somewhere else, and there's nothing I can do about it because nobody in my neighborhood returns them ever. So like, it was just one of those kind of days, and then it's hot outside and it's gross and wah, wah, wah. Anyway, Y'all don't care. You don't care, but I'm just telling you, I'm in a mood. Even though I'm in a mood, I'm hoping that starting this book will help my mood. I've had this book for a while, but now she's like, is it a Netflix? No, this is an Amazon Prime show now. She's a TV show on one of the streaming apps, and I can't remember which one. So I better get to reading it. I'm hoping this one gives me maximum summer vibes. We got 328 pages. If we're being honest, I need to finish this book in the next 3 days so that I can put this vlog up. I also need to clean off my counter, but here we are. I am gonna start reading this. Hopefully the vibes fix my frustration, my anxiety, my attitude. And if not, I'm just gonna go to sleep and hope that tomorrow's a better day. But I feel like books are always the answer. Oh, speaking of books being the answer, I did treat myself. Well, actually, I didn't treat myself at all. My husband treated me. And I gotta admit, it did fix my attitude a little bit. I'm still kind of in a bad mood about the whole thing, but it's a little bit better. So how about a mini book haul? Ridiculous. I got a children's Bible. I don't know anything about this. I just thought the title was interesting. I did read the back of it while we were at the store, and it sounded good. It's also fairly short. Yeah, 224 pages. So it's fairly short. And the what is this called? The text is kind of large too. So it's got animals. It's got those deer and rabbits on the cover. That'll help me in the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. A group of 12 eerily mature children on a forced vacation with their families at a sprawling lakeside mansion. Contemptuous of their parents, the children decide to run away when a destructive storm descends on the summer estate, embarking on a dangerous foray into the apocalyptic chaos outside. I don't know, girl, but that sounded great to me. The second book that I picked up, I also don't know a lot about, but I don't even know who I was watching. I was watching someone on YouTube, and they said they had just finished this book. They said it was really good, and the bookseller also said it was like an incredible read. So that is Taiwan Travelogue, and this is in 1938. A novelist sailed from her home in Nagasaki and arrived in Taiwan. She's been invited there by the Japanese government. She has no interest in actually doing anything she's supposed to be there for. Instead, she wants to go on trips around the island to experience life in its authenticity. So I've had 2 people already say that it was really, really good. So I am hoping that it is. Now this binding, she is stiff, honey. We're going to have to break her in. The book that I actually really wanted, I already had on my list before going there, is Chelsea Curto's In Stormy Weather. This one will be a very good one for Herkyet. It's got some good weather going on the cover, and it looks cute. It looks good. So I'm excited to read this one. We're supposed to be reading our summer book, and every summer after. Let's get started.
Let's drink up, your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something.
Okay, first paragraph, and it's already funny, so I'm digging that.
Give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me.
Okay, y'all. I don't even remember if I recorded an intro clip for this or what happened, but let me break it down for you right now. I am just about 50% of the way through this book. I'm on 142 out of 304, I think. So I'm just about at the 50% mark. I started this book yesterday. I think I started it the day before yesterday, but I honestly only read 10 pages out of it. And then I switched to another book. Because your girl's in the middle of 4 books right now. So I don't know that I really told you guys anything about me starting this book or not. I have no idea. I cannot remember. I'll have to review the footage, but let's just assume that I didn't. I have started every summer after, and I read 10 pages the first day. Yesterday, I went to Silent Book Club. I didn't take any video there because there were a ton of people, and there wasn't really like a good place to set up camera. And so I didn't record anything, but I read a good portion of it. I read about 100 pages during Silent Book Club. Then I came home and I read just a little bit more after that. So far, it's been a decent book. It feels a little too stream of consciousness for me, and I really want her to get to the point. I think that's one thing, and maybe this is the problem with reading all these summer romances back to back to back to back, is that it gets to be a little formulaic, and I'm at the point where I'm like, get to the point. I want to know what happened. I need to know the drama. I want to know what is going on so that we can move forward and we can try to fix it. I want to focus on the part where we're fixing it, because so far all we've had is tension. And that's all we've had. And I think they're getting close to doing the nasty, but like, also that's not good, because I'm pretty sure that he's in a relationship, but I want to know what happened to them when they were kids. And so we're waiting to find out what she did to screw up the almost relationship she has with the younger brother. I don't know. Maybe they are in a real relationship, but where I'm at in the book right now, they're having an almost relationship because he's kind of like afraid to tell her that he likes her. And I mean, Toronto and the lake house are not that close to each other. So like he only gets to see her. They only get to see each other when her parents are there vacationing. So now that they're adults, she comes back to the lake house area because the boy's mother has passed away. And so she goes back to go for the funeral. And it's like now reprising what happened and trying to, I guess, fix the situation. I assume that she's going to end up with him in the end, because like I think it's a summer romance, I think. So I assume that's what's going to happen. I mean, but we'll see. I think he has a girlfriend right now. So like, that's like bad news bears. I mean, I guess he's going to have to break up with her. But the girlfriend is really being billed as like a meh character anyway. So I think it'll be easy to like jettison her. But he better do it before they hook up. I know that much. That's that. I wanted to like do something cute and like go read this outside, and maybe I will tomorrow as I try to finish it up. But y'all, it is hot outside. And as much as I want to do something cute and aesthetic for the summer reading vlog, I ain't about to go outside and sweat just to be reading a book. I would rather be on my couch with the AC on. So we'll see what happens. I don't have access to a lake. I ain't going in the lake anyway. I don't have access to a lake or even a pool. So we're just going to have to rock with it. And it might be couch aesthetics, and that's going to be my summer. But that's me. That's me. I am an indoor girly. So me being on the couch with the AC blasting while it's hot as Hades outside, that is summer for me. So that's giving me all the summer vibes. I'm literally in the middle of filming a different video, which is why you see all this junk behind me, but forgive me. Anyway, every summer after, okay, it's starting to get really good. I think that it took a little bit too long to get good, but it's starting to get really, really good, you guys. And it's difficult. I was like watching the playback of my last clip about this book, and I was like, just kind of like stumbling through what I was saying. I realized that this particular book is difficult to talk about without spoiling. I'm so sorry. So if you don't want this book spoiled in any way, shape, or form, just, fast forward. Persephone, she's in this like pseudo sort of relationship. Like, I feel like they just finally made it official. Her and Sam, the younger brother. And then he like goes away to college a little bit early, and he gets super weird about it, and she gets super bummed out about it. So all throughout the book, Persephone has these issues with like being accepted and being wanted and being loved. And I don't really know where that comes from, because it feels like her parents are very well-adjusted parents and like they're doing a great job, but she still has these issues. And so when Sam basically like blows her off because he's like struggling to adjust to being at college in a big city, she like takes that shit personally. And I mean, again, I get it. She's like 17, 18 or whatever. But what she does is she allows herself to become attracted to Sam's brother. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure that Sam's brother was attracted to her the whole time. Like, I feel like when Sam and his brother, Charlie, when they met her on the first day, they both were like, that's my girl. And it seems like Charlie kind of deferred or demurred to Sam so that Sam could be with Persephone. But then like Sam never really got it together for the longest time. And I think that really pissed Charlie off. And so then he was like, so he basically is like there in the background picking up the pieces every time his brother fucks up. And basically, Persephone and Charlie So that was her big fuck up. That's what she did. That's what she did in the relationship. And so I'm now waiting for us to get to the part in the book where she has to tell Sam what she did. And the thing is I knew it. I knew it because for the longest time, Charlie had been like goading her and like, ha ha ha, like I'm being funny. And she's like, oh, that's just Charlie. And I was like, no, I don't think that's just Charlie. I don't think that Sam knows. And like the present day in the adult day, I don't think Sam knows that. I think that they broke up for a different reason. She probably let her guilt play into that decision, but I don't think that Sam knows what the guilt was about. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Also, they almost boned as adults right before his mom's funeral. Wise choices are being made here. Anyway, I think I have like 30 pages left in this book. So I will be finishing this today. I just have a couple other things I need to do before I can finish this. So let me go do those things so that I can sit down and finish this book. Okay, friends, I have finished Every Summer After. So it's a romance. Our girl got her HEA, but the way that they worked through her cheating on him with his brother, it was weird. And there was a part where I was like, come again? And I have it in the book here. So this is towards the end. So she was like, I slept with Charlie, and he's like silent, right? So then she goes on this long like rant of like, oh, I'm so sorry. And like, I can't believe I did this. And you mean everything to me. And he doesn't say anything. And she's like, please say something, anything, which first of all, that's crazy because you cheated on me with my brother. And now I'm responsible for responding to your little outburst. Miss me with that. But finally, after she's like, please say something, anything, he goes, how was it? And she said, what? He said, you fucked Charlie. I asked how it was. And I was like, my guy. That's what he wanted to know. He wanted to know how it was. What? The sibling rivalry with the brothers in this book was very strange. And our girl has a panic attack after that. And I don't know, like, I'm not here to judge anybody's panic attack. I have panic attacks over the randomest things ever. So I get it. But like, why are you having a panic attack? You're the one who cheated. I'm not sure that I'm convinced that these people are all adults, but I'm happy for them anyway. You know what? If you like it, I love it. As for the book, this one of the three that I read was the one that gave the summer vibes. I mean, we talked in great detail about the weather and about it being hot outside and just about it being summertime on the lake. And so this one actually gave me real summertime vibes. And for that, I'm giving Carly all the snaps. Okay. She brought the summer feeling. In terms of rating, like I just finished this. And so for rating, I'm thinking I'm going to give it, I'm in between a 4.25 and a 4.5. And I'm like, is it good enough to be a 4.5? Like, I don't know if it was like incredible, incroyable, but it was really good. 4.25 feels like it's too low, but 4.5 feels too high. You see how it's like hard to rate your book like as soon as you finish it? I'm going to give it a 4.5 for now. I may adjust that later, but for right now, we're going to go with the 4.5 for Miss Carly Fortune. And this is my second Carly Fortune. I read the orange covered one. I don't know the name of any of her books. I read the orange covered one a while back. And so this is my second one. And I will be reading more, least of all because I own more. I think I own 2 more of her books. I at least own One Golden Summer, at least that one, but I feel like I own 1 more of her books as well. So I will be reading at least 1 more because, I had a good time. So with that, we have come to the end of this reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I read 3 books that all had the word summer in their title. That sounded like a fun idea to me because it is summer, ooh la la. And I had a good time. The books were okay. I look forward to doing more reading vlogs in the future. And if you would not mind doing 3 things for me. The first is hitting the like button. Show me that you like me. I need to know that you love me. Much like our character Persephone, I need validation. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. Hit the like button, but I am kidding about needing validation. Just, hit the like button for me. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button for me. More validation, you get it? And then lastly, leave me a comment down below. What is your favorite book that has the word summer in the title? And did I read one of them? in this video. I mean, I have like 92 other books with summer in the title, so I could read some more. I just don't think I have time for that this summer, but there's always next summer, right? Okay, with all that said, I will see you all in the very next video.